Hey you guys, my name's Donnamy and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload future videos. Today I created this dramatic Valentine's makeup look. Let's get on to the video and I really hope that you guys like it. I already filled in my brows off camera and primed my eyelids, so I'm just going to go ahead and set that using some RCMA no color powder. Today, I'm going to be using the Morphe 39A palette. Using this fluffy brush from Morphe, I'm going to use the shade Bare from the palette, and I'm going to work that into my crease as my transition shade. I'm just going to keep building this color up and moving it across my entire lid because we're going to be using a lot of deeper colors, and I really want this color to make the gradient show. Now I'm going to take the shade Sunder from the palette on a more tapered blending brush, and I'm going to bring that a little bit lower than that first transition shade that we used. I'm going to blend it across the lid just like I did before, and I'm also going to wing it out. Winging the shadow out will help a lot whenever I wipe off the excess eyeshadow with a makeup remover wipe. It'll make it look a lot more clean and sharp in the end. Using that same brush, I'm going to take the shade called Cut Crease from the palette. It's a brown shade, and I'm going to do exactly what I just did with the previous shade. I'm going to wing it out and take it over my lid just a little bit lower than the rest of the shadows. Taking that first blending brush that we used and the shade Bare from the palette, which is the transition shade, I'm going to blend it out even further. Now using the Morphe M433 brush, I'm going to start bringing in some color into this look. I'm going to be using the shade Passion, which is a deep pink, and I'm going to just put that in my outer corner mainly and then barely sweep it over the lid. I'm going to continue winging that shade out and blending until I have it where I want it. This look does require a lot of blending. Using that same brush, I'm going to take the shade Forever, and it's a deep purple. I'm just going to put that in the outer corner as well. I'm not going to bring it as far into the lid as I did the pink shade because I want that transition to still show, but I am going to wing it out just as much and just blend away. Now I'm going to take this smaller and thinner brush, and I'm going to use that with the black shade in the palette called Muse, and I'm going to place that in my outer corner as well, and I'm going to gradually build it up. So you want to start a little bit at a time whenever you work with black shadows because it's really hard to take away, but it's way easier to build up color. So I'm just going to do that, continue winging it out, and blend it up. While you're blending that shadow, I would recommend not bringing it higher than your transition shades because we don't want to look like we have black eyes. Now going back with the M433 brush, I'm going to use whatever product is left on it and just blend out what we have already. Going in with another tapered blending brush, I'm going to take the shade Create, which is a more vibrant pink, and I'm going to sweep that kind of over where we had those transition shades, not too much, but just enough to bring some more color into the look. Using that blending brush from the beginning, I'm going to blend out whatever we have so far. To cut the crease, I'm going to be using this flat brush and some concealer. I'm using Tarte Shape Light Sand, and I'm just going to cut the crease. This is very complicated at first, but after you practice a lot, it gets a lot easier. So if anyone wants a detailed video on how to cut your crease with different eye shapes, because it's different with every eye shape, definitely let me know in the comments because I would love to do that for you. But anyways, I'm just going over and finding right under where my brow bone is for my crease, and I'm just applying the concealer, and I'm taking it only halfway across my lid versus all the way down because that's not the kind of look I'm going for today. I wiped off the concealer off of that brush, and I'm taking the shade Trendy from the palette. It's a really beautiful pink, and I'm going to spritz my brush with a little bit of setting spray. This will make it a little more vibrant, and I'm just going to put that over where I created that cut crease. Make sure not to go over that line that you created because we still want that cut crease effect. We just want to go carefully around those lines. Whenever we start to get where the concealer ends and the other shadows begin, we want to kind of blend those shades together with that brush. Now I'm just going to use any makeup remover wipe, and I'm going to go from my bottom lash line up towards the end of my brow and just clean up that line and make it sharp. Now I'm going to curl my lashes and apply the brand new Bad Gal Bang Mascara by Benefit, and I'm just going to do that before I apply lashes. And I usually do this step before mascara, but I kind of forgot, so I'm taking the Wonderwand Black Kohl Eyeliner, and I'm going to tightline my waterline before lashes. For lashes, I'm going to be taking the Style Everlasting by House of Lashes, and I'm going to go ahead and pop those on. Moving on to the face, I'm going to be using the Primer Oil by Smashbox to go ahead and prime. I'm just going to press this into my skin using the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. Using another primer from Smashbox, I'm going to take the Pore Minimizing Primer and place that wherever I have the most pores and lines on my face. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation in the shade Linen, and I'm just going to dot that evenly all over my face and then blend it in. The brush I'm going to be using is the Morphe M439. To conceal and brighten my face, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Sand. I'm going to put that under my eyes, down my nose, on my chin, on my cupid's bow, and on my forehead. Now I'm just going to take my Real Techniques sponge and I'm going to blend it all out using pouncing motions. After I make sure that my concealer isn't creasing yet, I'm going to go ahead and take my RCMA No Color Powder and dip my sponge into it and press that under my eyes and anywhere else that I applied concealer to go ahead and set it in place. Taking the Morphe E41 powder brush, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder in the shade Warm Light and set the rest of my face. Taking this fluffy brush from Luxie, I'm going to go ahead and remove any of that excess powder that is under my eyes or wherever else I applied my concealer. To contour my face, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Light to Medium Contour Kit, and I'm going to use the Morphe R10 brush to do so. Taking the shade Fawn from the palette, I'm going to use that to carve out my cheekbones, my forehead, my jawline, and down my neck. Using that same shade from the palette in a smaller fluffy brush, I'm going to contour the sides of my nose. Just to warm up my face a bit, I'm going to take the shades Hula and Hula Light with the brush that came in this palette from Benefit, and I'm just going to mix those shades together and go over anywhere that I contoured. Now that we just applied all of those powders, I'm going to take that big fluffy brush that I used earlier to put powder on my face, and I'm going to blend all of those powders together. To clean up and sharpen my contour, I'm going to take that beauty sponge that I used earlier and some of that RCMA no color powder and just go along my contours of my cheeks and down my nose. To finish up the eyes, I'm going to take this smaller blending brush and I'm going to dip into the shades Bare and Sunder from the palette and sweep that across my bottom lash line. Taking this flat definer brush in the shades Cat Eye and Forever, which are deep brown and purple shades, I'm going to line my bottom lash line. Now I'm going to blend that all together using that small blending brush. Using this purple eyeliner by Makeup Forever, I'm going to line my waterline and go ahead and pop on some mascara to my bottom lashes. Using this fluffy brush from Luxie again, I'm going to go ahead and remove any of that excess powder on my face. Now I'm going to be using the Luxie 514 blush brush and this Coconut Blush Duo by Pacifica Beauty, and I'm going to dip into both of these shades and apply them on my cheekbones for my blush. Now I'm going to take this tiny Morphe brush and two of the shades from this glow kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerrero, and I'm going to put that in my inner corner and my brow bone highlight. Now I'm going to go in with this really sparkly, fluffy brush with the top middle shade from the Nicole Guerrero palette, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that basically all over my face. I'm focusing this highlight mainly on my cheekbones, above my brow bone, on the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, and my cupid's bow. For my lips, I'm going to be taking this liquid lipstick by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Hudson, and I'm just going to fill in my lips. To finish off this look, I'm going to spray the Morphe Prep and Set setting spray all over my face. And this is the final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed creating it for you guys. I know not everyone's going to wear a super dramatic eye like this for Valentine's Day, but it is definitely fun if you want to. If anyone has any questions about what I used or you couldn't see very well in the video, I'm going to leave it all in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.